Hi guys, so this is a bit of a different setting for me. Welcome to my YouTube channel and happy 2024. So one of my big plans for 2024 was to start YouTube and start posting more long form video content because I love YouTube, always loved YouTube. Why not post my own stuff? So before rambling on too much, let's just jump right into the video. It's gonna be my favorite beauty products of 2023. So diving right in, we're going to obviously start with brows. I have been loving the Unicorn Cosmetics Bare Brows. It's, you know, just like a normal brow balm product. My eyebrows are quite unruly, but this one is actually really great. So I've just loaded it up on my spoolie. I need to find a mirror so I can see what I'm doing. And then I'm just going to drag it through my brows. My brows are in serious need of some shaping and plucking, so hopefully no one notices too much. Probably should have done that before filming this, but oh well, we keep it real. Yeah, as you can see, it just very seamlessly slaps them up there. And then after I've done that, I just like to take my finger, gently get a bit of the brow wax on there and just sort of lay my finger down. But as you can see, it's held them up really nicely and it will hold my brows up for a lot longer than other brow waxes. Still not perfect. I feel like my brows do still kind of drop a little bit throughout the day. So if anyone has any other recommendations for any brow products that sort of lay your hairs flat to your skin, I would love to know. I also really like the Got To Be Ultra Glued Gel, but that's a little bit more effort because I have to get a hairdryer out and I'm not always in the mood for that, you know. At this stage, I obviously need to clean up around my eyebrows just so any foundation around them doesn't go weird. So I just use my micellar water. I like the Garnier one because Garnier is now cruelty free and it's nice and affordable. And I feel like they were the first ones to actually bring it to the mass market. I might be wrong. So I just put some on my cotton pad and bent it in half so I can really curve it around the brow and just get any excess product off. I have decided that I am personally really offended by my eyebrows right now, so I am gonna just quickly pluck a few of my excess hairs off because they are upsetting me. I like to do my eyes first, and I'm doing a little bit more glam look, so I'm gonna go in with eye primer. My favourite is, of course, the PLouise. I just find that it's the one that acts like a concealer in the sense that it will conceal like under your brows nicely and just give you a nice clean base to work from. So I've just put some on the back of my hand and just getting a flat brush, also a PLouise brush. And then I'm just gonna carve out under my eyebrow. Then we're just gonna bring that down. We'll swap to a more fluffy brush, blend it on the lid and then under the eye as well. There you go, it just makes a nice clean, and there we go. We're all based up and ready to go in with our eyeshadow. So I have a lot of options that I like for eyeshadow, but my favorite formula of all time is B.Perfect, and I did recently pick this palette up, the Carnival 5 palette in the Black Friday sales, and let me just open it for you. Sorry. She is absolutely gorgeous. So many beautiful shades. A couple of my other favorites are, of course, PLouise. This is from their advent calendar. Again, it's like another really beautiful, big, gorgeous, warm-toned palette. But they have loads and loads of colour stories, and also their monochromatic sort of double draw palettes are really great. Also really, really enjoy Beauty Bay palettes. This is the Rich palette, which I've not used a ton, and I do need to use more because it's absolutely beautiful, as you can see. But they just have a really good matte formula, and they have really, really nice, really beautiful shimmers. Like if I just swatch this one, for example, it's gorge. One that I actually have discovered in 2023 as like a brand new brand is Cosmic Brushes. These are their sort of mixed colour palettes. They're all absolutely stunning. The formula is great. The shimmers are beautiful. These are really, really great palettes, and I still have yet to use this one properly. I've used the shade Zesty, but I need to do a full look with all of these beautiful, colourful colours. So if you want to see that, let me know. As you can tell, I'm a bit of a colour gal. I love a bit of colour in my makeup. I'm not just a nude queen, but I can be a nude queen every now and then. But anyway, today we are going to be using the Carnival palette. So I have got this makeup look that I'm going to try and recreate something really similar to. let's see how that goes. Right, I'm just gonna make sure that everything's tapped out before I start going in with everything. So I'm first gonna go in with a deep purple in the palette called Conspiracy. It's like a purpley pink. I'm gonna put this sort of here on the inner corner of the eye. Because we're gonna cut crease it, it's gonna be kind of higher up the blend, because obviously we need space to carve. I don't have that much space on my actual eyelid. As you can see, these colours are just super pigmented and really pretty, and they will, once I've just tapped off a bit of that, they will just sort of seamlessly start to blend themselves. And then next we're going to go in with a similar dark blue kind of shade. We're going to wing this out slightly. I'm just going to kind of try and tuck these in so they blend in together. And there we go. Now this is where the magic will start to happen, and you'll understand why I'm obsessed with this formula. So I'm going to go in with this Comet shade on a slightly bigger brush, just to start blending out this. Just starting to blend in really nicely together, those two shades, the bright pink and then these sort of darker purpley pink. Like, there's very little work that you need to do. And then we're gonna just do the same with the blue shade. I'm taking the shade Pluto in the palette. And as you can see, everything's just starting to effortlessly blend out. Very little effort, I'm just running my brush. A couple of little circular motions. And we're good to go. We're gonna do one last blend here before we cut the crease, and then can do some more fun wingy work, but with all the same shades, to be honest. So I'm going to take the shade Fiction, question mark. I really like pink. Just to do the final blend out here. I am going to take the shade Nebula, the blue, for the final blend. Just really delicately try. This is a bit more of like a greeny blue. That is not that different in colour from the blue that we already have down. The blue's already like basically finished with the blend. I just want to really reinforce it. So at this stage I'm gonna obviously cut my crease. I have a little hack. I like to sort of first put a Vaseline on my lid and use that to sort of carve the crease out, take it off with some cotton buds, and then go over the top with the base, which I'm going to use the PLouise coloured base in Yummy Yellow for that, because they are the best coloured bases, and actually they're the only ones I've used, but they are amazing. So I'm just going to go do that now. Well, as you can see, I have blanked out my crease. I have a little tutorial on that on my Instagram, so check that out if you want to see. Can't reveal all my secrets in one video. So I have just taken the PLouise coloured cosmetic base, put it on the back of my hand, tapped a little bit into the same brush that I used to actually carve my brows, or a similar brush but just a clean one. And we're now gonna cut the crease with the shape that I've made. Now I haven't done this in quite some time, but hopefully it will just be fine. I feel like that's a bit of a weird shape. I feel like it's peaked a little bit too much there, but that's just my computer and fault, so oh well. But the point is, I have cut my crease. I'm just gonna go do the other one off camera because I'm finding this stressful. Okay, we've cut the crease and now we're at the stage to start doing our wing work, which is fun. Okay, because I want the wing to be a little bit darker, I'm gonna mix my original shades. So I'm gonna start with the purple. So the shade Conspiracy, I'm gonna tap a little bit of the black dark side in it just to make sure it's nice and dark, and then we're gonna get a smoky wing going, and then I'm gonna put some of this purple. I've made that so messy. Oops. We'll clean this up at some point. But yeah, it's gonna be messy for a bit. Okay guys, I'm gonna take the blue shade, touch of the black in it as well. Okay, you kind of can't see what's going on, but oh well. Gonna take like some very small blending brushes just to start to blend that wing out. Right, I feel like that looks kind of cute. Start to blend out the lower lash line as well, again with this really slim brush. Okay, let's just keep going, guys. We've got to keep going. The blends. Again, I'm just using all the same colours that we used previously. Blend going, and then afterwards I'll use a bit of a yellow just to go around the outside and just intensify the cut crease that we did, because it's supposed to be yellow but it's kind of gone a little bit wishy-washy, hasn't it? Has this gone stunningly? Honestly, no. But we'll figure it out, guys. We will figure it out. I think it's now time to just whap the yellow on to try and fix this, because I don't know, I feel like it's just looking a bit messy. I'm actually going to take a yellow from one of the Cosmic Brushes palettes, this Highness shade. That's more the yellow I want. I'm not in love with this look. Is it a vibe? Don't know. Don't really know. I'm gonna clean up this eye just with some micellar water. I'm really sick of this eye look now. I just kind of want to go onto the skin, so let's go, shall we? Right. I don't know, maybe we'll stick some gems on it at the end, but I'm gonna go finish the rest of the eye with camera and then we can jump into base, which is exciting. Okay guys, so I'm at this stage. I have, you know, finished the other eye. I added a bit of like shimmer with a Shiny Moon Cosmetics pigment in Milky Way for the brow bone, and then the inner corner, just add a bit of pizzazz, a bit of something. Yeah, it's not my favourite eye look, but it'll do, you know? Moving on, I'm sick of eyes now. But for now, let's jump into the skin, shall we? So this is where things are gonna get a little bit more fun, because there's a lot more skin products to go through. But first up, for primer, we have Jelly Pop Primer. I really, really like this. I think it's limited edition, so you can't get this anymore, which is annoying, but I really, really like this primer. I think it's great. It's similar to the Power Grip Primer, which is the Hydro Grip dupe, but it's a little bit more hydrating, not as sticky, and I feel like it works better for more formulas. A similar product to this is the NYX Cosmetics Pump Right Back Serum Primer, which I do also love. I'm just out of it right now, so I have to use this bad boy. I'm just gonna squirt a bit on my skin. I am personally a fan of rubbing primers in with a brush, just because I don't like, especially when you're using sticky primers, I don't want to get that on my fingers and on my skin. I don't like the feeling of things on my hands, like cream and sticky things, and it really just gives me the ick, so I have to put primers in with a brush. Wait for that to dry a bit. But whilst that's drying, we will go in with a setting spray. I like to do setting spray at this step just to help provide an extra layer of protection. So I'm going to go in with the Morphe Coconut Bliss Continuous Setting Mist, but I use this one, but I'm pretty sure it's the same as the normal one. It's just a coconut scent. It's just the limited edition one that I got, and I just really like it because I like the continuous mist. Okay, I think it's bougie, I think it's fun, it's cool, right? You could just sit and do that all day and it would be amazing, stunning. I'm gonna wait for my face to dry. In the meantime, I'm gonna prepare my beauty blender. This is a Dose of Lashes one. It is pretty wet anyway, but I'm just gonna spray a little bit of this bad boy on top. For foundation, so it's really weird. I have oily skin, but I quite like products that are more, not luminous necessarily, but I like sort of primers and foundations that are a little bit more hydrating. So I've got the Flower Beauty Light Illusion Foundation. I genuinely think this is great. It's more of a medium coverage, but it's nice and hydrating. It always looks good with any primer that I use, and I just really, really like this. So this is going to be my top foundation of 2023. I'm going to take a few pumps of this, probably like 2.5-ish, and then we're going to tap a bit on either side. I'm going to start working her into the skin. As you can see, it's radiant, but it's not too radiant, even though on the packaging it says that it's, you know, like a luminous foundation, and like it definitely has life to it, but it's not super, super oily. It doesn't feel oily. kind of feels more satin and it acts more satin, like it lasts really nicely on my skin despite me having oily skin and this being a luminous foundation. I mean, I did say it was medium coverage, but girl, it was like quite full because all of my, like, I guess you can still see my spots coming through, so maybe it is medium, but I think it looks great. Now, concealer wise, I have a lot of concealers that I like. One that I did actually discover this year is the Tarte Shape Tape. I actually do really like it. It's really nice full coverage. Can be a little drying per se, so you kind of have to use it sparingly. I also quite like the KVD one, which is the opposite. It's quite nourishing. Can maybe be a little bit too oily at times, but I just really like both of them. Just depends what foundation and other base products I'm using, what I'm using it for, kind of. But one that I think is a good all-rounder is the Urban Decay Stay Naked Quickie. Do not use the brush on the end of this. This brush will ruin your makeup. I don't bother with the brush. I don't like the brush, but the actual formula of the concealer is absolutely great. It's great all-rounder. It's nice and full coverage. It's hydrating but not too hydrating, and it just works amazingly. And you get so much product in here. It's a huge doe foot. Let me show you. I'll put it on my under. Oh, I should have done it one at a time so you can see. But oh well. We're just gonna start with that. I like to kind of work in sections with my concealer. I don't like to put it all over my face or to begin with. As you can see, absolutely beautiful. Covered what I needed it to cover without feeling too heavy. I just think it's great personally. Put a touch here. Those spots are gonna leave a bit longer. A little bit on the chin. Tap her out and good to go. I'm trying to use less. The less is more mantra this year, you know? I feel like I sometimes just put far too much product on when I don't need it. Like I would usually also put concealer on my nose and like on my nose and stuff, but why do I do that? Because I know that products don't sit nicely around my nose because my nose is a very textured part of my face. So why would I put more product there? I ran out of storage whilst I was filming this, but I was just at my contour set, so let me just blend this out before I tell you what it is. The two cream bronzers that I have for you is the KVD Modcon Gel Liquid Bronzer. This is really good. It blends out like a dream and it's more of a gel-like consistency, so it's a little bit more glowy and a little bit more hydrating on the skin. I also really love the Doll Beauty Gimme Contour Magic one. That's what I've just used on my cheek there. I'm going to use this one today because it's a little bit more matte of a formula, but it's nice and pigmented and still blends out really nicely, as you can see there. Pop a bit there. So this is obviously all warm, very warm colour, which, you know, you want a bit of bronzing. So we've got liquid blush time now. So one that I've discovered this year that I really like is the Saie Beauty Dew Blush in Chili. I think this shade is really cute if you want to go for more of like a wintry look. It's a really beautiful sort of deep pinky shade that looks very wintry and berry-esque on the cheek, which I think is really nice. But of course the top ones have to be the PLouise, the Cheeky Fit ones. So I like to use this one the most, Sunkiss Miss, for more peachy looks, but today I want to go for more of a pink vibe on the cheek, so I'll be using Princess Treatment, which is very bright fuchsia. Let's just go for it, shall we? Again, I'm going to work in sections, so I'm going to put a bit on the cheek and then just blend it out and see if we want to add any more to her. Again, I'm trying to do less is more this year. I'm going to just tap any excess and nowhere else on my face. I don't want to put too much everywhere else, but I do want it to look more seamless. Obviously, we want a nice seamless face. Okay, and then we're just going to tap around it with my beauty blender just to make sure it's all seamlessly blended in everywhere. Powder is something I love because of my oily skin, which I've mentioned a billion times now. A setting powder that I think I discovered this year is the Huda Beauty Easy Bake one. Everyone loves this powder. It's got rave reviews for a reason. I have Sugar Cookie personally because I like a more translucent powder, sorry. But another one that I have always loved is the Morphe Bake and Set powder. This is really slept on. I think this powder is great. Doesn't bring out texture on my skin the way that a lot of other powders do. I do think the Huda Beauty one is slightly more smoothing than the Morphe one, but if you want a more affordable option, the Morphe one is great too. So today I'm going to use the Huda Beauty because it's a little bit more my vibe. So I'm going to set sort of the center and T-zone of my face with this. Had to get it off with a tweezer. I'm just going to use a Spectrum powder puff, but I also quite like the Dose of Lashes one, and the Trigger one of course is great, but I'm just going to use the Spectrum one because that's what I've got tan today. So load up a load there, and we're going to tuck it into the T-zone area, on the nose, under the eye, just anywhere where you crease a lot and have more defined pores. This is gonna go there. Just gonna take a little bit extra, just sort of blend it in. Now I could stop here because my skin looks beautiful and smooth and I just really enjoy powder, but we're not going to. Some of the pressed powders that I love to use are the Makeup Forever HD Skin Matte Velvets. But then, if you want a more affordable option, the Studio Line one is also really, really good. I do think this Makeup Forever one is a little bit more high coverage, but the other one works absolutely fine as well, just for what I like to use it for, which is just to set and just to set the rest of the face and just sort of blend in any of the cream products that I've used. And there we go. Powder is done, and we can move on to powder cheeks. So because this is an ultra glam look, I am going to go in with actual sculpting grey toned contour. I like to use the Peach Stone Cream one. It's the only one I like because it's the only contour that I find. Everything else is like a bronzer, but this is like a proper contour shade. So I'm just going to tuck it just there. And then just a touch here. And then a little bit on the top of the schnoz. And then I'm also going to dust a little bit under the jaw. Just try and hide my double chin a bit. That I'm trying to get rid of through this, you know, through exercise and things, but you know, we'll see how it goes. Now we can talk about powder bronzer. I really enjoy the Too Faced Talk to the Palm one. This is a little bit more cool toned, and because we've already gone in with a proper contour, I'm gonna go in with the Too Faced one today, the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil. It's just absolutely beautiful. Smells exactly like chocolate and tastes like chocolate. It's like you go like this and you can like inhale the chocolate. Anyway, I'll take that on like an angled brush just to blend in that product and just reiterate where we've put the cream bronzer, sorry. You might think, why are you doing this? You've already put cream down, and it's because putting the cream down first helps make things last longer, and I just like to do that. I think it makes a more seamless base, adding lots of like nice, lovely, delightful, delicious layers. Now I'm a blush girl. I love a blush. I've got 4 options for you. The Kylie blushes. This is Kitten Baby. It's the Perfect Peachy Pink, but also Winter Kiss is obviously a banger. If you want more of a glowy blush, the iconic London Kissed by the Sun like multi-cheek ones are absolutely stunning. They have a really nice glow to them, but also provide a really nice topper effect, and they're pigmented in their own right. They're not too pigmented, but they're still really nice. If you want another matte option, the Doll Beauty ones are absolutely stunning. This Let's Get Wavy shade is just the most beautiful bright pink of dreams. But of course, the winner had to be Baby Mitchell Blush Pressed. This is in the shade Milkshake. That they blow your skin. They really do blow your skin. I don't know how they do it. I don't know what's in the formula, but it makes your skin look stunning. So, like, do you see that? Did you see how that blurred my skin and my texture? Like, how did it do that? I don't know, but it's amazing and I love it. The packaging is obviously a little bit weird. Might be a bit hard to store for some, but I don't mind that. I think it's fun. So highlighter is obviously a love of mine. I've recently broke this. The powder highlighter from Beauty Bay. This is in the shade Beam, so probably gonna have to get rid of that, but that's a banger. The Rare Beauty highlighter is also absolutely stunning if you want something really sparkly, a little bit more chunky, but super glowy, as you can see there. But today I'm going to be using the Colourpop Super Shock highlighter in Candy Floss. I think all of their shades of this is really stunning, but this is just my go-to sort of more pinky toned one if I want a pinky look. They're like a really interesting formula because they're wet to the touch, but they are powdery, not powdery on the skin, but they like they perform like a powder on the skin, and they're just really beautiful and glittery, and they just melt into your skin so beautifully. Like, you can't tell me that that is not an absolutely stunning highlighter. Lunch Money isn't as chunky. Flexitarian is just as blinding as this, but doesn't have like chunky glitter in it. I just wanted a chunkier one for this more glam look. So I think the last things to do are mascara, brows and lips. So I'm gonna go in with mascara because I like to then do my brows and lips whilst this is drying, and then I can go in with lashes on top. So the mascara I'm using is the Triple Threat Mascara from Iconic London. And if you add another coat, you can get really nice and thick as well, but not too spidery. I personally hate really spidery lashes, and this does not give you that. So yeah, absolutely beautiful. I am obsessed. Let's talk brows, and then I will do them quickly. So I like to use two products for brows. I like to go in with a brow powder just to give it a little bit more definition, and then I'll go in with a brow pen just to add in actual fake brow hairs. But brow powder that I like the Anastasia one, but the BH Cosmetics one is also really good. I don't know if you can get this now, but this is a banger. But if not, the ABH one is great. And then of course the NYX Cosmetics Lift and Snatch Brow Tint Pen. Had to win. Everyone's favorite is this. Everyone just loves this, and it's for good reason. It's a really, really good brow pen. So I'm gonna do my brows off camera because I'm gonna have to like squint into a mirror and everything, and that's not very cinematic. So I'm just gonna go quickly do them, and we can come back to talk about lashes and lips. Are they the best brows I've ever done? No. Are they the worst? I don't think so. But anyway, let's move on to the lips. So I've got many, many options for lip liner. Well, I've got 3 options for lip liner. We've got the Made by Mitchell lip liners. They are absolutely gorgeous. They twist up. The only thing I don't like about them, they do come with like a little sharpener on the end, but this doesn't get them super, super sharp. But you can still get like a nice line with it. They're nice and creamy, but they're not too creamy where they'll like move around all over your face. To be honest, the absolute goat of lip liners are the Morphe ones. I'm obsessed with the Morphe ones. I will forever continue to buy the Morphe ones, the Colour Icon pencils. They are just beautiful. Again, they're creamy, but they're not too creamy. They're a bit less creamy than the Made by Mitchell ones, but I kind of like that a little bit better about them. You can still blend them into your lips, but they don't transfer very well. So if you want one that lasts for a while, the Morphe ones are great. Along a similar vein, the PLouise ones are really, really good as well. They are very similar formulas to the Morphe ones, if not a little bit less creamy and malleable, but I still think they're good. They last a while, and that's why I'm gonna use it today. Just giving her a quick sharpen, and it's just a really nice sort of nudie pink shade. So you can see, nice and creamy, but not too creamy, where they just kind of go everywhere. Just gonna smush my lips together so it blends in a bit more. So for lipsticks, I again have a good few options. The Anastasia Beverly Hills lipstick, if you want to be a bit more bougie, is really, really nice. The packaging is really cute. The formula is nice. They are matte and they smell like a nice sweet treat. And the packaging is really bougie, feels really heavy, feels really nice. The next ones, if you want to go a little bit more cheaper, are also really great. This is like a suede matte vibe, so still matte, but still really nice and creamy and blends really nicely. Obviously more affordable, and you can get them in more areas. Before I go into the actual world, I just wanted to mention the Kylie tinted butter balms. If you wanted to go for more of a balm, I'm not going to retract it because it's unretractable, but it's just really nice, really creamy, nice and pigmented, but not too much, and definitely gives a really nice nourishing look to the lip, and it's obviously glossy. And then finally, we've got the Milani, which is what I'm going to be using today. They're Colour Fetish lipsticks. You get matte and satin creamy ones, but this one I believe is a matte, but it doesn't matter because I'm going to put a gloss over it anyway. I just think it's a really nice shade, and they're really nice and pigmented. They blend really nicely in to whatever is on your lips. Look at that. Just beautiful and stunning. I mean, look at it. I am of course going to go in with a gloss. I've got a few options here for you to talk about. So the Peaches and Cream lip glosses are really nice, really pigmented, really glossy, but these are definitely more if you want a gloss that is a little bit more pigmented. The Bliss glosses, however, are shimmer that is glittery. Like, look at that bad boy. There's glitter in there. It looks gorgeous. Smells gorgeous. It smells like, I don't know, like a sweet. Oh, it just smells absolutely divine. I am obsessed. It's like a fruity sweet kind of vibe. These are really gorgeous. You get a lot of product in here. It's a big chunky boy and I love it. The NYX fat oils are obviously amazing. Really, really nice. They're not an oil at all. They're a lip gloss. So I don't know why they're called fat oils, but they're really, really nice. Really hydrating on the lips, a little bit sticky and thick, so they last a bit longer on the lips, but I think they're really good. But the one I'm going to use today is the Kylie High Gloss. I think these are gorgeous. Every one I've tried of this is beautiful. They've got the more shimmery ones and they've got the more not glittery ones, but they're all really nice and shiny and they go on the lips beautifully. This is in the shade Daddy's Girl, I think. They don't have a smell either, but I'm just going to pack her on there. They just look really nice and glossy and they're not sticky at all. So depending on what you kind of like from a lip gloss, you can determine what you like. But yeah, this is the finished look apart from lashes. And of course I have to go in with Eyelash Emporium because I am a brand ambassador for Eyelash Emporium. So these are the half lashes in Golden Hour. Because this is, I like all of their half lashes, but because this is a little bit more of a dramatic look, I went for their most dramatic half lash in Golden Hour. You'll be seeing these a lot on my channel because I'm absolutely obsessed with these lashes and I have about 100 pairs. But yeah, these are obviously my favourite lashes because I'm a brand ambassador for them. So love that for me and them, and these are great lashes. So I'm going to pop these on and show you the final look. And this, guys, is the final finished look. Now, please excuse me if it looks slightly different. It's because I had to redo this makeup look because the final clips that I had previously filmed went wrong. So if it looks better, it's because I had more time to practice. But yeah, this is the final look with all of my favourite products from 23. I think my face looks great, obviously. I think it's a pretty fun look. Some of my favourite products out there, and I would highly recommend each and every single one of these. They work really well on my skin. They of course might not work on everyone's skin, but they work really well for me. And I will have left links down below in the description to all of these products, some of which are affiliate links, by the way, but not all of them. I'll leave a little symbol. I haven't decided what symbol yet, but I'll leave a little symbol next to the links are affiliate links, so you're all fully aware and everything is fully disclosed. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. Guess the only thing left to say is thank you for watching, and please make sure you like, comment, and of course subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you really, really soon with a new video. Bye guys.